Going on, y'all. About to send this link out. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's see how we sound. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Cool. We are live. All right, you already know the drill. Let me know how I sound when y'all hop in here. You can see a GNC. Yes, what else we're looking at? They rejected that too. Did that drop at midnight? So we got GN and GA rejecting that level. They hit hard. Yeah, we're gonna leave GA level. You already know the drill. You got any questions, drop in the chat. You already know. When we're getting charged, drop in the chat. Still holding my GJ positions. Looking at another position possibly. We're also going to be watching gold, of course, ended up rejecting that level. I was looking for a sell set up here. Or a sell set up here. We see price ended up rejecting that level during the news yesterday. Started pushing back up to the upside. So now we're going to be watching the wait to see how gold reacts to the support resistance level at 1976 and 1975. If it can reject that level, we're going to wait to see how if it can break back to 1960. When price breaks that level, we could see short-term buys going to 1990, 1988. I'm personally going to be watching this to see how it reacts to this level right here. All right, then we'll look at some more indices setups also. We've got about a minute to the next, the next 15, the next 5 minutes starts. We got about 5 minutes to the next 15 starts. But we're going to break all this stuff down a little bit. At another level, US30 NAS100. I'll do that later. I'll cut into the chat in a second. Yeah, so we see EN and GN did a similar move yesterday and last night. Rejected that resistance level, failed to treat that support, which we would needed to have seen happen for the uptrend to continue. Because again, we all look at what we was talking about last week. We was looking at potential sell setups for New Zealand pairs because why? Price we were bullish, failed to make a higher high right here. We see the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Price did not make a higher high here. Consolidated. Then it failed to make a lower high into a lower low here. So we saw price make a high, higher low, higher high, but it failed to break this resistance low like we did last time when we was bullish. What happened? Price rejected that level. But if you look right here, I had the same setup for G and E. Before we break this down, let me make sure that I got The robot, a static view, if y'all can hear me. You good? Cool, cool. What's going on, lady physical coach? We're focusing on, so we're focusing on the usual. We're watching GJ, we're watching EJ, we're watching the Zealand pairs, GN, EN. We're going to be watching gold, the indices. Nothing changed. Nothing changed as far as the game plan. The only thing that changed is like where we're looking for setups at, which we're explaining right now. So yesterday I had this buy setup right here. We was looking at this during the London session stream as well. We was looking at EN and GN. But again, that's why I always talk about you want to wait for the retest information. The price retested the support level right here. Did it hold that support? No. Like it did a little pivot here, but when it hit this level, just like how it reacted here as resistance, just like how it reacted here as support, when it did the retest, we can clearly see price rejected that level. And again, this was the 8:30 news event. We had 8:30 news yesterday. Price rejected that level. It also failed to hold this low as support off the retest. We see it's getting treated as resistance, right? When we look on the daily time frame, again, it failed to break that level. The same exact reaction it did last time. So now we're looking for sales. Possible sales from GN and EN. EN is actually kind of doing a decent move right now. Well, we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. Yeah, so we're going to see possible GN sell right here. GJ, I'm still holding these positions from yesterday. And members, we're going to be going over GJ and SPX and all that good stuff during the live event today because we are going to be going live for news today. We do got news at 8:30 again for the USD pairs. It's crazy how it's already Wednesday. Yeah, but we had GP news about an hour ago, just like yesterday. We got USD news at 8:30 today. And again, with markets really open later on in the Tokyo session, we have Australian news. And then we also have unemployment claims Thursday as well. And that's pretty much how this week's going to end. We don't really have any news on Friday besides a GBP news event. We're going to be going live today and tomorrow with the members of the news event. You see GN broke this level. Now we see the retest. So that's why we're going to wait for the 15 to see if they can hold and respect the rest of resistance. All right, so then we see GJ looking back up as well. So we're going to be looking for a possible no position. I think hold on one second. Let me make sure. I might have just got whipped out, to be honest. Let me see if I'm still holding those positions. Okay, I'm still holding. Cool. Oh, no. Okay. I have my stop loss a little bit higher. I had it a little bit low. Yeah, so we're going to see, again, next 15, we're going to wait and see if GJ can hold this level. And again, members, we're going to be going super in detail with this during the live stream today. But again, it's very simple. Why we went for a buy, just like why we went for a buy on Monday. We went over this in the Sunday chart analysis as well. So if you watch the Sunday chart analysis, not only do we break down this GJ setup, but we also broke down the indices as well. And they all went as projected yesterday. Again, why did we go for a buy? Or how was we able to know? Well, again, I didn't know price was going to explode this aggressively. But one thing I did know is that it was bullish, which is what I always talk about, especially in the TikTok lives. By the way, I gotta do a couple more things, but we should be going back live. I want to try to do the TikTok lives again, possibly by Friday, if not next week. I just gotta test a few more things out. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. But as we can see here, because we follow the flow of price, which we can clearly see here is bullish, even on Monday, right? We saw the higher high got made, so we caught the daily candlestick on Monday and the entire daily candlestick yesterday. And as you can see, this was a huge candlestick right here. And then when we zoom out, we can clearly see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, into the higher high. Yeah, so we can't hold this level here at around 187.90, 188. We could see this go down to 187.50, 187.60. But yeah, like just like yesterday, just like Monday, we're still gonna be looking for buys on this. So we're just gonna wait to see how it reacts right here. New 15 just started. As you can see, it's kind of controlled here for the past hour or so. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. We're looking at charts, drop in the chat. Looks like GN still holding as low as resistance. Yeah, but we're gonna be watching to see how gold reacts to these levels here as well. So I'm gonna get rid of these alerts that move my alerts. Thin this out. Make sure to go to the community tab, y'all, and vote for this week's video. Probably drop that, if not today, tomorrow. So make sure to vote for this week's video, or at least one of this week's videos. There's two options this week. So we see the GN count chilling here, so we're going to all GN. If you're watching GJ and GN out now. But we can see right here how it's trying to see if it can hold as long as resistance. So yeah, we're going to be watching, see what price does right here. Watching GJ as well still. Got that on the chart. Those just joined the stream, we have not entered this yet. This is just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first link in the description on the free Signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We're going to pull it up in a little bit as well. Y'all see y'all hitting that like button as well. Shout out to you, hit that like button as soon as y'all hopped in here. Again, just like I've been saying in the Sunday chart now, just like I say every day, I'm gonna keep on saying it until it's not the case anymore. Even with the slow days, you just still follow the flow of price, patiently wait. It will still end up going in your favor. Now, of course, that's not 100% all the time, obviously, but as we can see here, price consolidated, retested that original support level on the daily, then went back to our original entry, slow staircase up, failed to break this resistance level, and then when the 8:30, well, no, this was a 2 o'clock news event with GBP pairs, which goes there to break that level, and then when the 8:30 news started, which was this candlestick right here, look what this did. So both news events for the GBP pairs. I know the USD news goes from GBP technically, but most USD high impact news events are coming from the charts, not just USD pairs. So we see yesterday both the news events affected GBP push price. The direction was naturally going to go, whether it was a news day or not. So that's why I always talk about. We just follow the flow of price. You know, we got to worry too much about anything else. Just patiently looking for your setups and your confirmations. Even on news days, you can videos on how to trade news. And a bunch of videos where I break down and even show y'all how news affects the markets. And really, all it really does is help push price to direction it already had. And we saw clean examples of that on BJ yesterday, the indices. We saw examples of that last week. And what trade breakdown I dropped last week. Speaking of last week, I broke that down towards the end of the video as well with the NAS100 setup. So if you haven't watched that video yet, I'm going to drop that in the chat. Make sure to check that out. I might drop that in the chat. It's cutting in and out the microphone. Let's see if that helps. Let me fix that real quick. Let me fix that real quick. Try refreshing the YouTube. So I just pulled it up. Let me refresh on my end too. But try refreshing it. If it still sounds messed up when you refresh it, I'll reset the mic and stuff. But sometimes refreshing the screen helps. Yeah, because that sounds good right now. So try refreshing the app. See if that does anything. All right, we got a new 5 minute just started. We're waiting to see if GJ can hold the support like it tried from here. We're waiting to see if we can hold this level as support. If we can look for another buy setup. And the GM looks like it's trying to hold the level as resistance. And so I don't know if that helped it or not. If it didn't, like I said, I'll refresh the mic and all that. Yeah, right now we're watching GN and GJ right now. We're watching GN and GJ. So I'm gonna write some of these trade ideas up. Okay, I'm good now. Okay, but yeah, that's for everyone. Yeah, sometimes refreshing the app, especially when we first started up, it will sound a little bit messed up when I first started. But then as we get the ball rolling, it's kind of fixes itself. I'm gonna write a few trade ideas up. So I like what I see here. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna write some trade ideas up. And we're looking at GN for a possible sell setup, and then we're looking at GJ for another possible buy setup. Let me write these trade ideas out really quick. If I got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop in the chat. That's, give me 1 second. We have not entered this yet, but we might in a second. Kind of like how this is looking right here. This is looking good. Check that a little hard too. We got a new 5 minute about to pop up. Yeah, so far it is holding as low as resistance. So I like this right here. We on the 5 minute, we can see that. See how price broke that level. Did that pivot, then do that retest. Treat that as resistance. So I do like that right there. So yeah, we might enter this in a second. If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. Let's see these other charts. Gold's still pushing up. So let's see how it reacts to his level right here. Again, it did a pretty decent move last night. Gold's been moving Gold's been doing some solid moves this week during Tokyo session. I've been noticing that. Around the same time, all this week has been doing some decent moves. Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. What time frame you mark your zones? My blue lines are the daily, gold lines the 4 hour. Blue lines the daily, gold lines the 4 hour. Yeah, that's how I get these zones like this. How they react the way they react. Now there's levels, like I talked about, there's levels all over the chart. There's levels all on every time frame. All right, so you want to figure out the ones that are relevant to what you're trying to accomplish on the charts at that time. All right, because if we go to a perfect example is NAS100. If I go to NAS100, and all we got to do is scroll to the left, and you're going to see that some of my long and short positions aren't on levels like it was yesterday, right? So we go up to the left, you see this one's a little bit off, this one's a little bit off, and obviously I don't got no levels here, right? Again, there's levels on every time frame. There's a bunch of different levels, but every week I adjust and update my levels to where price is at, and like what I'm trying to look for game plan wise. But yeah, all my levels are based off daily and 4 hours. Yeah, I have a bunch of videos on YouTube breaking down support resistance and all that good stuff. Yes, right now I'm waiting to see what this next 15 looks like. Got about a minute to that. Let's see what it does. And I'm also writing a few trade ideas up. Man, your release will be doing this forever. I don't know about forever, but as long as the apocalypse don't start, the economy is not gonna, money's gonna be a thing for a while. So the apocalypse and everything crashes and things go left field. As long as the world's running the way it's running, the markets are going to be doing what the markets do. But I don't suggest just do something like that. Like I do a few other things, like again, because at the end of the day, this is just investing. Obviously, the more capital you have, the bigger your investments are going to be, which is how people are able to do this like full time or make part time income and stuff like that. But you should always have, you should never have all your eggs in one basket. I do a few other things as well. Yeah, I like how this is looking. Members, like I said, we're going to be going live later on today for the news events. But of course, if you missed it, it's going to be recorded so you can check it out later. All right, so we're going to see how gold reacts to this level here. So I'm personally not going to look for sales at this point unless price can break back below 1960. So like I said at the beginning of the live, we're waiting to see how Price reacts to the middle of the zone here at 1976, 1974. Now, if it rejects that level, again, I'm going to wait to see how it reacts to 1960. But if it breaks above that level, we could possibly see short-term buys up to 1988, 1990. But I'm personally most likely not going to take a position unless price breaks back below 1960 or it breaks above 1990. So I'm just going to wait to see how price reacts between this little box right here. And the reason why I said those specific price points is again, if we go to the daily time frame, when we was bullish, we caught this entire high, this entire high, this entire high. So we caught 3 weeks worth of high highs in the uptrend. So we rewind to like last month, end of last month, which was October 30th right here, this candlestick. This is when we had the higher high, this is when we had the higher low. Price failed to make a higher high here, just like with G and E, and like we went over earlier. This was the resistance level. Gold needed to break to make that higher high. Gold failed to break that level. Then gold also failed to hold 1990 as a support, which gave us that low, which is why last week's Sunday chart analysis, we started looking for sells. And then we saw last week the low, lower high, lower low get made. But then price hit this strong support resistance level right here. And you see what we was looking for yesterday, well, Monday, was price to hold that low as resistance and make a lower low. Price didn't make a lower low, right? So that's why we're waiting to see how price is going to react here, because we could possibly see the reversal come into play, the continuation of the uptrend, or we could see the downtrend try to begin. So we're going to wait to see how price reacts there. And then again, we have news today as well. So we're going to see what happens with all that going down. But yeah, GM is going as projected, y'all. Let me let the folks know. I think Tank's a little bit more aggressive than I expected. Yeah, so I just posted a signal to the members like 3 minutes ago. And again, we saw in real time while we waited to wait for confirmations. Now again, I went to the 5 minute. We see here how price was trading as low as support. We wanted to wait for price to try to hold this low as resistance. Now this is the furthest price went last time it was holding as low as resistance. So we can break past 1935. I mean, not 19. I'm thinking this is gold. My bad. Not 1935. 635. We can break past 635. We can see GN continue to push down. If we look at EN, we most likely go see EN do the same thing. And again, why did we go for a sell setup here? I'll break it down again. It's very simple. Give me 1 second. Let me get the chart up really quick. Okay, so we can get rid of gold. So we're going to put it up in this chart. Like I said, you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When you chart up in the chat, I'm just going to explain this really quick. So again, following these rules, these are the only 3 cycles you're ever going to see price in, right? Price ultimately moves and pivots. We're only going to see price in these 3 cycles. We want to look for buys in the uptrend, sells in the downtrend. Now, if we look at GN, which we can see right here. All right, so now let's go on a naked chart. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to go on a naked chart real quick. All right, so we see right here, we was bearish, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Let a double bottom. This is when the reversal happened. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Failed to make a higher high, consolidated here. Rejected that level, made a lower low. Lower high, attempted to make a lower low here. Failed to break this level, which is why you see this rejection wick. And that's what happened. The price made higher high. But then right here, price failed to break this resistance level for the 3rd time right here. And then yesterday and today, as we see, price ripped to the downside. And out of curiosity, Let me see something. No, we don't really see anything crazy. That was 8:30 news event yesterday. Again, because we was pushing up for about a couple days here, right? And as soon as news started, it went to retest that level. Price rejected, and ever since the news event yesterday, at 8:30 during New York, price was dropping down. And then we go back on the daily time frame. When we go back to the daily time frame again, what are the rules to the uptrend? The rules to the uptrend, we need to see higher highs get made. Rules to the downtrend, we need to see lower lows. So when we look at GM, we don't see any higher highs, right? So we saw this higher low, higher high. Do we see a higher high getting made here? No, we don't even see a lower high. If it was a lower high, it would have been like right here going into the higher high. Instead, we see a low, right? And then we put all the pieces together, we understand how to read the charts, and we have my levels marked off. You know, that's why we went for the sell here, and now we caught like about like 15, 20 pips right now. But yeah, it's that simple, y'all. Like, it's that simple. It's not that complicated. Again, it just the tough part is just taking the time to practice, back test, and get all this stuff down. But once you get all this stuff down, it's literally just rinse and repeat. Like I say all the time, it's literally just rinse and repeat. For one chart that makes sense, put 2 for lost, Joe. Let me see. GJ is probably dropping. A GJ dropped as well. So again, we wanted to wait for the confirmation. Price failed to hold that level as support. So now it's retracing back down to this level. So we're going to be looking for another. We're going to be still looking for buys, but now we're going to be looking for buys at this level. Of course, we're not going to just enter a buy. We're going to be waiting to see if price can first hold the level as support. But again, like I said at the beginning of the live, retracement is not too surprising because, again, we just had 2 days in a row, especially yesterday, where price exploded to the upside. So, you know, retracements are part of the game. Retracements are bound to happen. So it's not too shocking that we see. Just trying to find my levels really quick. GA hasn't been this high in a minute. It hasn't been this high. But besides, you know, a couple months ago, the last time it was this high was in like 2015, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, because again, it did a huge move, broke multiple levels yesterday. So we're going to see how it reacts here, but it could retrace even down to 187, to be honest. Even if it retraces down that far, we're still looking for buys nonetheless. You already know how we do it here. We just let the retracement do the retracement. Yeah, let's see how it reacts right there. But that's how we're doing so far this week. All right, so of course we got the Sunday chart analysis, and literally 2 hours after we got the Sunday chart analysis, GJ and EJ started doing their moves. Then yesterday we had the indices start doing moves as well. But we took one GJ buy on Monday. TP1 got hit multiple times and rejected that level. They re-entered. TP5 got hit. Then, of course, yesterday continued to hold GJ. And we look at this GJ screenshot, Telegram's still bugging out. Oh, I just messed my screen. There we go. I don't know why my computer will not let me pull up the thing. It's kind of weird. My phone had no issues. But if you go to November 13th, you can look at this GJ position where we held it originally at. And then you look at yesterday, Same GJ position, right? Same position. You see that staircase up, but then you also see how price continues to explode up. I added 2 more positions on that, and we caught 243 pips just from GJ alone. Of course, I didn't add my other 2 positions. I just put my first original position. That's how we did yesterday. So we caught 243 pips on GJ yesterday. And as far as last week, we went 3-1, caught 20,755 pips. There's a 75% win rate. Every trade posted, well, not in here, but we scroll up. Every trade posted on both the free and advanced play signal has the date, time, how many people viewed into the trade, my personal entry, SLTPs, reactions, TPs getting hit, all that good stuff. And then if you go to November 1st, you'll see how we did last month in October. All right, last month we went 32-5, 32 wins, 5 losses, gave us 86% win rate. We got a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members and advanced play signal. And then if you scroll down to October 8th, you'll see how we did on a longer term basis, how we did last quarter. So July we went 34 wins, 3 losses. August 45 wins, 7 losses. September 27 wins, 4 losses. We caught 105,389 pips July. August we got 219,708 pips, and in September we caught 16,634 pips. Giving us 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us 88% win rate. And then we caught 341,731 pips, 323,385 strictly with the members and advanced play signal. So you hit that first link in the description. You can check all this stuff out yourself. But yeah, we're just chilling right now. It looks like the indices are still doing their thing. GJ rejected. So we're going to see how it reacts to this level right here. Let me see. I'm going to catch this to the chart in a second, but let me see what these other charts are up to. Yeah, so the reason why I'm waiting for price to hit those levels on gold is the same reason. Right here, we didn't see a lower low get made here. We didn't see a lower high get made here. We saw a high get made. So before we just go straight for a buy, we're going to need to see a couple levels get broken, or we're going to need to see the retest and price show us that it's going to be levels from resistance to support. Again, goals are to catch every pip in the market, so that's why I don't really mind watching price go up or down. It doesn't really affect me too much because I have the game plan in mind and I know exactly what I'm trying to look for and what move I'm trying to look for. So until those confirmations are met, I just let price do its thing. I just let price do its thing. But let me see what you're talking about in the chart. So you only mark daily and 4-hour levels? Okay. Yeah, exactly, lady. Exactly, lady. Has day trading gave you more freedom? Yeah. I mean, literally, it's freed my day up. Like when I first started day trading, I literally had so much extra free time. I had to reorganize my life to still be kind of productive. You know what I'm saying? Because it was at a point where I wake up, and I wasn't trading as much as I do now, but I'd wake up, London session, take some positions, let them ride out New York session, and I'd just be chilling. I used to just play video games or something, but now I do a lot more stuff. But it does definitely give me freedom because because again, you can take this anywhere. I don't have to be at a computer if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Only time really on my computer is when I'm doing one-on-one sessions, these live streams with y'all, if I'm in a meeting or something like that, or when I'm initially doing my markups for the week. But for the most part, especially throughout the day, I got the app on my phone. I got MT4, MT5 on my phone, and you can do this anywhere. I be monitoring my trades by going for a walk, or I'm in bed chilling, working out, eating, cooking, going out. You know what I'm saying? As long as there's signal and internet, you can do this while doing anything, and you can do this wherever. So there's definitely freedom when it comes to it, but it doesn't come automatically. You know what I'm saying? I had to put a lot of time in before. Oh my bad. I put a lot of time in before I got to this point. Because, like I said, I used to work 2 jobs, and while I was working the 2 jobs, I was practicing this, and then I quit one of the jobs, and then I was working one regular full-time job, and then I was making part-time income on trading, and then eventually, you know, I quit my my other job, and then I went full-time trading. But it wasn't like I just got profitable one day and then just quit my jobs and started going full-time. You know, I still prepped and planned for this, but it definitely does give you freedom. Because again, like you make as much as you want based on, you know, how much you risk, how long you want to hold the position. You know, you can take as many trades as you want. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of freedom. Then you can withdraw whenever you want. What's going on, J-Rod? I see you in here, J-Rod. Ones. When checking to see if price can hold at level, which time frame are you measuring that on? So just like literally what you'll see me do on the live streams, that's what I do. So just like with that GN setup, you saw me switch between the 15 and the 5 minute. So I go in the 15 and 5 minute to look for my confirmations. That's why I always say, like, we're not just staying on the daily, we just go on the daily to figure out what the game plan is going to be. You know what I'm saying? We go on the daily to figure out what trend we're in, so we know what positions to look for. Then that's when you go on the smaller time frames. A lot of y'all just go straight to the smaller time frames, and then that's when y'all get messed up because y'all see something that's not actually what's going down. That's why y'all get caught in those fake outs, liquidity sweeps, this, that, and the third, right? So I talked about it yesterday as well. When we had that TikTok live the other day, while I was messaging the members, like when I was messaging y'all those messages about GJ doing what it was doing, y'all know what I'm talking about. We was literally live, and it's actually on YouTube. So if you go to, I'm gonna drop it in the chat. This was after they banned my TikTok page. I did a New York live the other day. Which one was it? I think it was this one right here. But during this live stream, let me pull it up. We saw GJ do this, right? And someone was like, "Oh, GJ just did a dump." I said, "Stop." I always tell y'all, like, when price doesn't move down and move up, don't think it was a pump or dump unless we're in that trend. If we're in an uptrend and price shoots down, goes down, think of that simply as a retracement. Just like if we're in a downtrend, the price shoots up, goes up, don't think it's a pump necessarily, not yet at least, until what? Until when? Those rules, signs, and confirmations are met. What rules, signs, and confirmations? The rules, signs, and confirmations that we go over literally every day, right? So again, I literally said in that video, I was like, did I drop that in the chat? Yeah, I did. So I literally was like, no. Okay, so what we're going to look for is we're still looking for buys. Yeah, the price is retracing right now, but that was to be expected. And then also, if you watched the London session live on Monday, I literally said price could do this as well. So what happened after that? Price did that drop down, literally tapped this level here, and then literally the same candlestick retraced back up and did a fake out. What do you think people were looking for on the smaller time frame once they saw price dump, especially because price started consolidating here? Oh, that's a huge red candlestick. I'm gonna go for a sell. What happened as soon as you went for a sell? You got caught in a fake out, and your whole day got ruined. And then that's when a lot of y'all be scratching y'all's heads like, why did price just do that? Why did price just go the opposite direction? Why did price just blow through my SL? It's because you're not following the flow of price. You're following what price is doing at that exact moment. So a lot of y'all are acting like, you know, a cat chasing a laser. You know, I don't know if you ever used a laser beam, played with a cat or dog. It works better on cats, but some dogs be chasing it as well. But that's what a lot of y'all do. Y'all try to follow what price is doing in real time. So if you see one candlestick go up, you go for a buy. You see one candlestick go down, you go for a sell. When you should be following the flow of price, not just what price is doing at that exact moment, right? So you want to follow what price has been doing for the past week, the past month overall, and then go for setups for that direction price has been going for the past weeks, past month overall. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, so I literally look for my confirmation on the 15 and 5 minute. Right now, we're on the 15. You know, this is the 15. I got to add some more levels on NAS and stuff, but you know, these are the 15-minute time frames. That's where I'll wait for my confirmations and stuff. If you watch my trade breakdowns, you'll see the same thing. We identify the trend on the daily, and then we go into the 15-5 minute to look for our entries. So we're gonna see how GJ reacts. So we already see how it's kind of having a reaction right now to it. A little bit slow. Not in this yet. Those who join the stream are not into this yet. It's just a trade idea. Go ahead and hit that first in the description. Join a free signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month, last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourself. Also, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Instagram, you see it scrolling at the bottom. Just I gotta change to TikTok because I ended up getting a new phone, y'all. And it actually fixed the problem. I don't got my phone on me. I got my phone. I got my other phone on me. So they literally did what we was talking about the other day. They blocked my phone or IP address, whatever you want to call it, from like getting any reach. Like I said, like I have multiple TikTok pages. I don't just run like trading business. I have a few other pages I run as well. And literally all those pages, they stopped pushing views on it. But then when I made I downloaded TikTok on a new Apple ID on my new phone with my new number, and I made a whole new account. I'm getting reach and views. I'm getting way more likes and views than I did on my backup that I had y'all follow. And I don't even have that many followers on that thing. And it's not just the first post, because I posted like twice or three times, and they're all getting like how it was beforehand. So I really think that's what they did, because they banned 3 of my accounts. So off from the same phone. So they probably was like, yeah, let's get them out of here. So I think that's probably what happened. But yeah, so that's why I said like Friday, if not next week, we're going to be going back doing the TikTok lives. I just got to test a few things out and then get those followers back up on that TikTok page. Then we're going to be straight. Let me cut you to the chat though, see what y'all talking about. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling right now. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a second. What was the best session when you were working? I start my new job Monday, so your advice helps. Well, I don't know what part of the world. Are you in the U.S. or what? Because it doesn't really matter either, but that will kind of help me give you a proper answer. But literally any session you can make bread. You can make bread during any session. You know what I'm saying? Every session is going to have their slow days and the slow periods. Every session is going to have certain pairs of charts that move better or worse. But you can literally make bread during any session. As long as the markets are open, there's opportunities. Like there was plenty of opportunities this week during Tokyo session. Obviously, there's opportunities during London session, New York session. But, there's literally, you can make bread during any session. That's why I trade. Now, the past couple of weeks, we haven't been taking trades during Tokyo session, but that's because things have been slowing down / retracements, consolidation, and all that good stuff. But if we rewind like 2 months ago, or like even October, especially like September, like Q3, Q2, we was trading literally Tokyo session every day almost, like at least three, four times a week, on top of London session and New York session. So it's not necessarily a best session. It just kind of depends on like what you're trying to trade. But there's literally opportunities everywhere as long as the markets are open. Yeah. Like I know you see a lot of stuff online talking about New York session's the best. And that's arguable. And I act like New York session terrible, but literally you can make bread during any session. Like if we look at the yen, we're in a sell right now, but we look right here at 11 o'clock, price did that retest and then tanked. But me personally, because I got to sleep at some point, I stopped looking at Seto's Tokyo session like around like 10 o'clock. So it started kind of doing the move. Like a lot of moves we missed, like even US30 on Monday, that thing started to move at like midnight, 1 o'clock. So that was why I was asleep, like right before we started London session. This one was 11 o'clock when it did this retest after it broke this level. Just like we talked about, when price breaks that level, you want to wait for the retest. That's what price did. Retested and tanked. So you could have made bread yesterday, looking at the setup here. We look at gold. Gold did a move literally every day during Tokyo session this week. You know what I'm saying? Like this was during Tokyo session where it retested the support level with that shot up. You know what I'm saying? Then this move right here, this was gold last week. This was during Tokyo session as well. Did a nice little move right there. This one, this was right before London session. This was 2 hours before London session. So there's opportunities literally all the time. There's literally opportunities all the time. Yeah, there is no perfect session or number one session or nothing like that. There's opportunities everywhere. You just gotta know what you're looking at, and of course, be there for them. But you miss opportunities all the time. When you're done for the day, you're missing opportunities. When you're asleep, you're missing opportunities. When you're in other trades, you're missing opportunities on other charts. But yeah, there's literally opportunities everywhere in each session. So depending on what your schedule is, you can, like what I did when I was working 2 jobs, what I did was, so I'd get off like my second job at like, it depended on the day, like maybe like 10 p.m. midnight EST. So then I'd get to the crib, take a nap, wake up at 2, 3 a.m. London session like I would do right now, and then I look at the charts. Be on the charts for like about an hour, just like these live streams. We on charts for like about an hour, 4 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock the latest. I'd take my positions. If I saw any, then I'd take a nap. And then I have my next job at 8 a.m. So then, at 6 o'clock, that's when I'd wake up, shower, boom, boom, get my lunch ready, all that good stuff. And then hop in the car, drive to work. And then, this was back when I lived in Atlanta. So the traffic, if you know anything about Atlanta, traffic's terrible there. So like, it was like an hour to work, hour back from that job. So like while I was, on the highway, not driving, but during the traffic, I'll be checking my stuff. On my lunch break, I'll be checking my stuff. And then like my day job, I had a computer, like I worked in the office, but even before that job, when I used to work another day job, I had the apps on my phone. So what I used to do is, I say it all the time, like I used to have this big ass blender bottle, and that was my excuse every hour to check the charts. Now, obviously, not everyone's going to have the liberty, especially depending on your job, to check the charts that frequently. But on lunch break, you can check them. Obviously, that's why you want to put TPs SLs in. But yeah, so it really just depends. Like, you just got to figure out what your schedule is and then have a game plan. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to do the same thing. Like, I used to work 2 jobs, 6 days out the week, only had 1 day off, 2 half days. And I used to be like, bro, like, I work so much. When am I going to have time to even put towards the charts? So one thing I did, and I tell my members and students to do every now and then, is I literally, like I say it all the time, like I say that, well, not, you don't see it on TikTok. It might be on Instagram now. But I made a post the other day. I was like, we all got the same 24 hours. We all got at least 4 to 6 hours of free time, which is true. You know what I'm saying? Now, depending on what you're doing with that free time, is another question or another story. You know what I'm saying? But what I did was I literally wrote down literally every hour of the day, wrote down the days I was working, the hours I was working, of course, the time to commute to and from work, and then the time I was sleeping. So all I had was the time I was sleeping and the time that I wasn't working. And I was like, okay, so what am I doing at this time, And do I really need to sleep that long? Like, do I need that many hours of sleep? So then from there, that's when I kind of figured out my schedule to kind of put time in to, study and ultimately, trade and stuff like that. But yeah, it literally just depends on what your game plan is, what you like to trade and stuff like that. But there's literally opportunities everywhere. As long as the markets are open, there's literally opportunities everywhere. And that's why I started trading Tokyo session, because those that follow me for a while, last year I only traded London and New York session. But then, I had the same thing. I have members do this from all over the world. So everyone's in different time zones. They're like, oh, I sleep at this time, or I'm busy at this time, so I can't really trade at this time. I'm like, as long as the market's open, there's opportunities. Just like I do these live streams, it's different for me just saying it, but when I literally show y'all that that's the case, then y'all be like, okay, now I see what he's talking about. So now let me, lock in. Now let me, focus on this or that. But yeah, there's literally opportunities everywhere. You just got to figure out what your schedule is and then figure out a game plan. That's the thing. Like, once you understand how to read the charts, then the next part is having the trading plan, which is your game plan. But yeah, you just got to figure that out. When do I sleep? In between sessions, and like when market's closed. I take a nap when market closes. I don't sleep that much anyway, so that's why I kind of like trading. And that's why I used to work I used to work a lot of graveyard shifts because I used to always be up anyways. Y'all got any questions? Drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. New hour did just start though, so we're gonna go through these charts again, see what's going on, and then we're going to go over what the game plan for today is. No, it's not just London session. Advanced play signal, like I said, we trade all three sessions now. Of course, I'm gonna keep it transparent with y'all. The past few weeks we haven't traded during Tokyo session, but like I said, like last month and stuff like that, was trading consistently Tokyo session. But we trade all three sessions. We trade Tokyo, London, and New York. So it's not just London session signals. I can't pull it up right now because I don't got my other monitor with me right now, so I can't pull it up right now. But if you watch any video on my YouTube channel, I'm not talking live streams. Like, you watch any of my recent videos on YouTube, towards the end of them, I literally go over what it all includes. Like, you watch my most recent video, watch it of course, but if you go to the last 3 minutes, I go over all my services, the last play signal room. But we trade all three sessions. Tokyo's exclusively with the members, and then they get the first signal of the day. And then just like the Sunday chart analysis that I drop every Sunday in the free signal room, I drop something like that every day for the members that I call the New York Price Watch list. So just like we broke down all the stuff that we've taken with the members, just like we break the stuff down on London session, all the stuff we broke down, all the trades we took this week, I broke down in the Sunday chart analysis. So I drop something like this every day during New York for the members. I call it the New York price watch list. So that's where we go over the trades taken in the Tokyo session, London session, and possible steps going into New York. And just like the Sunday chart analysis, I talk about why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and I go over specific price points to look for entries and exits. Watch the Sunday chart analysis, I do the same exact thing in that. So I do that every day for the members, and also walk y'all through the trades, give y'all updates of what's going on with the charts throughout the entire day, throughout London and New York session, as well as Tokyo session sometimes. And then we have exclusive live events, exclusive lives. We go live during New York news events. Like last week, we went live only once because it was kind of a funky week news-wise, but the week before that, we went live during both ADP and non-farm employment. We're going live today and tomorrow during the news events. Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff. Like I said, I can't really show it right now because I don't got my other monitor, and I'm not. If I go to the Telegram and flip out of it, it's going to show a bunch of other people's messages and stuff, and I'm not going to do that for privacy reasons. But like I said, you watch any of my videos on YouTube, like towards the last 3 minutes of the video, I literally go through it, I go into it, I explain everything that it includes and all that good stuff. But it's not just London session trades. I don't do any copy trade stuff. I got some people that use their own signal copiers that they found or have used before finding me. But I don't do none of that stuff. I don't do none of that stuff. I do all my stuff manual. I don't link my accounts to anything. I don't do none of that. So I literally drop signals and I drop videos. And literally in the videos, I tell y'all where I'm looking for entries at, where I'm looking for exits at, just like in these London session lives. So the way I do things, I really try to push my members to figure this shit out. Like I want y'all to do this shit, just like during these live streams, especially like the TikTok lives. It's interactive. Like I don't just sit there just talking. I make sure that y'all are engaging. Because again, I'm not just trying to have a bunch of people. Like some people do just strictly take my signals, which is no issue. But for the most part, my goal is to teach y'all how to catch the moves that I catch and understand why I caught the moves. So I don't do none of that stuff. Like if you're up, you can take a trade. That's why I tell people all the time. If you're awake, you can take a trade. But I do have some members that have signal copiers that they use, but I don't promote any. I don't suggest or tell anybody or recommend anybody to use them. I do all my stuff manual. And again, I teach you how to do stuff manual as well. So if you're not awake during this time, I mean, that's completely fine. There's, like I said, there's plenty of setups during New York session, plenty of setups to take during Tokyo session. It's not just one session where there's all the moves happen during one session. That's not usually how it is. 8 times out of 10. All right, that's a bet, George. Yeah, once you join, let me know. But yeah, when you join, don't just sit there. Explore the channel because there's a lot of stuff in the channel. You got access to all the previous lives. You can look at all the previous chart analysis, the signals. There's a student member group chat as well. There's a lot of content outside just signals in advanced play signal for sure. So when you do join, definitely explore the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I can't show it. I'm gonna be able to show it tomorrow. I just can't show it today because I don't got my other monitor with me right now. But yeah, you watch any of my videos on YouTube, literally, like especially my most recent stuff, like towards the last 3 minutes. That's why I go over all the details, the best signal, one-on-one sessions, all that good stuff. All right, make sure to follow me on Instagram. You see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Instagram's Playmaker Way. All right, we're going to be back consistently posting on there as well. Like I said, we just had to figure out a few things. And yeah, if you want to contact me, you can DM me on there. I respond to all messages. Members, you already know we're going to be going live in a few hours for the New York news event. And like I said, if not Friday next week, we're going to be back doing the TikTok lives. If not Friday by next week, so be on the lookout for that. Shout out to everybody that's hit that like button. Shout out to everybody that's subscribed or subscribed. Make sure to go to the community tab and vote for this week's video. All right, there's two options. Go to the community tab, vote for this week's video. Make sure to check out my other content because we don't just live stream and live trade every day, but we post weekly content from trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading psychology videos. I got videos on support resistance, supply demand. I got videos on how to read the charts. I got all types of stuff on the channel. So make sure to check all that stuff out, y'all. Make sure to check all that stuff out. But like I said, we got some retracements going on. GJ, we're still going to be looking for some buy status, but retracements are to be expected because, again, that thing shot up for 2 days straight. So, it's going to retrace at some point. But we're still looking for buys. So if price can hold 187.50, 187.60 as support, we can look for buys there. Price could even retrace down to 187 where we can look for buys. I really wouldn't look for sells anytime soon, though. I'm still only looking for buys, to be honest. Indices, same thing. I got to add some more levels, but indices, same thing, right? Again, we had that huge pump up. We had the higher low happen last week. And again, what happened? Thursday, Friday, same thing with GJ on Monday. Price wasn't going up, so people thought, oh, it might be going down. Yes, it went down without simply just a retracement. And we can see here, the move down was not even nearly as big as the move up. And what happened literally after price dropped, hit that next level? Friday, price shot up, canceled out both those two moves. And then as you can see, Monday and then yesterday, huge higher high got made. So this is why you always want to follow the floor price. We're still going to be looking for buys on indices. Gold, like I went over, waiting to see how it's going to react in this box right here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Like I said, you guys got any questions, y'all can DM me. Members, you already know we got any questions. You can DM me or hit me up in the group chat. I think I saw something in the group chat, so I'm gonna check the group chat when I get off here. But let me catch this in the comments and see what y'all talking about. No problem, J-Rod. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Well, members, I'm gonna see you in a few hours. Everyone else, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. London session, 3 p.m. EST.